G'day, Simon and James. First day back after a couple of weeks. Good weather, good turnout. What have you seen, James?
Got some good stuff here this morning. We had a drive down from, I think it was Huntington Beach, with a couple of 3RSs, some crazy GT3 Tourings. We have an LFA that's just come in. We have a bunch of Lambos. We have a crazy R34 and Super Duo. Just massive, insane builds on the other side of the exotics road. It's just a really, really good day today. What are you seeing?
Yeah, there's a couple of really, really nice hot rods coming in. That GT3RS you were talking about in that beautiful sort of golf blue colour.
Lovely. Absolutely
spectacular looking car. And did you just say an LFA?
I think we've got an LFA coming in.
Oh,
yes.
That's very cool. Very, very cool. And don't forget, if you're coming to South OC Cars and Coffee, please remember to respect our rules. No speeding, no revving, no burnouts. That includes on the streets of San Clemente and getting on off those freeways. Mate, a ton to see. Let's go for a walk and check some stuff out.
Let's do it. Starting up the exotics real strong, we have a full carbon wide body 720 from 1016 next to a Huracan Performante Spider. I absolutely love the dynamic of the carbon on this. This, of course, being full twill, this one being forged, the blue interior, everything is gorgeous. And then next to it, an insane lineup of 992s. First of all, GT3RS belongs to Jerry Zayden, the frosted silver metallic done by the guys over at Next Level Auto Protection. Crazy, crazy car. Absolutely love it. Next to it, more GT3s, just insane shark blue next to the Touring. Love the Touring. The green is absolutely stunning on a set of BBSs. And then probably the craziest 992 that I've ever seen, a frosted kind of light blue Porsche manufacturer exclusive. You can see has the exclusive sticker on here. Plaid interior. You can see the white accents as well, the color match cage. Everything about it I absolutely love. Very, very good start. I've seen more and more of these DBSs coming down in price, this one being the Superleggero, so it's, I imagine, quite a bit more expensive than most of the other DBSs, but it is absolutely stunning. You can see this metallic burgundy paint, absolutely gorgeous, tons of carbon all over the place. This one being the V12, of course. Let me know what you guys think of this car down below in the comments. I absolutely love it. Here we have Jasper's beautiful 991.1 GT3 Cup. This thing is a crazy build that he did over at the guys with PFS. You can see these cup flares on the front, the accentuated front bumper. This is a built-in cup holder that he has on the front of it, which is awesome. And then I love that he actually drives it. You can see a couple rock chips, which is great because most of the guys that build these cup cars, they just sit in their garage. Did a very, very good job in this. I absolutely love the God's Red, the bucket seats, everything about it. Very, very cool. Here we have a very neat three-car solution, starting off with the Lamborghini Urus Performante. This one is a stunning spec. You can see a Sopo Bianco, the factory white paint with satin carbon accents all over this thing, and the 22-inch magnesium wheels, which I absolutely love. This thing is just killer. Next to it, we have the R34, belongs to the guys over at Watch Plug with his Super as well. I think this thing makes around 1,400 horsepower. Very, very cool cars. Which one of these three would you guys take? So we're in the Overflow Exotics area, and we can kind of hint that DDE might have done something with their Ferrari over here. Can't really show it for too long, but this is coming out on Tuesday. Very, very cool. Next to an absolutely stunning SF90. Really, really, really pretty, but an interesting spec. So I think this is the first one that I've seen with comfort seats instead of those Daytonas. Very cool nonetheless. Very, very nice. Next to it, we have a crazy GT3RS. This one's kind of like a full kind of street-ish cup build. Crazy wing on there. You can see it slammed on a set of BBSs. I think these are the E88s. Carbon everywhere on this thing, built by the guys at True Performance. Very cool. Here we have a crazy Aero Pack 992 Turbo S. Love this thing. I think this is a wrap on here. It's going to have to be maybe from a Nosatec, one of these other guys, but I love the kind of metallic olivey green on here. You can see black and yellow interior. I love the contrast stitching here on a set of bricks and wheels, carbon barrels. I think this is a DMC carbon hood, has that split weave down the middle. Very, very cool build.
Lexus's Holy Grail, the LFA right here. This car, of course, was originally going to be made from aluminum, and then just before they were ready to bring it out, they decided that to be a supercar, they needed to go back to the drawing board and make it from carbon fibre. It features a V10 that was co-derived by Yamaha and revs like nothing else. It sounds absolutely incredible. We had a designer here a few weeks ago from Lexus, and he was telling us that as soon as they'd finished making the batch of LFAs, the molds were actually destroyed. So there will never be any more LFAs. Kind of sad, but I guess that's what makes this thing so special. Just catching this guy before he leaves. I'm a fan of RX-7, and I'm sad that the Rotary's gone away. And this was the best era, the best looking RX-7 ever. Very, very cool car. Tons of horsepower, sounds so unique. A little bit like an egg beater, some would say, but I think they got a great sound. Good looking car, thanks for bringing it out. Oh, look at that, 2 of them. I didn't even see that. So what a great morning. We've had Supras, we've had GTR Skylines, and then RX-7s as well. Listen to that. Need oil. Of course, known for chewing a lot of oil, these cars, as you can see. Iconic piece of Japanese motoring history right there. We've had this beautiful Corvette here before. It is just such a lovely build, aside from the colour, and look at those amazing wheels, and obviously you can see in there newer Corvette brake calipers as well, with the Woolwood brake system, running an LS motor, as you can tell. Bit of a giveaway, but it's still got those sort of traditional Corvette flags on the top of that fabricated intake. But have a look at the interior of this thing. It's just absolutely lovely. It looks modern, but it still looks sympathetic to the original design. Beautiful gauges in there, still the analog gauges, which I love. Just everything about this car, really, really nice on every angle. This is a great and really tastefully done build. Always great to see it here. Have a look at this 31 Ford. I absolutely love this. The owner of this vehicle came in this morning, couldn't get a park, and came up to me and said, "Oh, I've driven 100 miles to be here." I'd seen him cruise through the parking lot, so I actually found a park for him. This thing is super cool. The rust on it is beyond patina. It is that sort of deeper, grainy surface rust. You can see here it's sort of taken hold. But there's so many cool things about the way this truck has been built. Look at the way they brought the diff through the floor. The fuel tank looks rusty as well. And then the interior's just got this sort of cool finish with this nice bench seat. The old original gauges on there. Still running this classic old flathead motor, which I really love seeing in these old hot rods like this, because obviously this is what they would have had originally. But look at this high ride manifold with the carbs on there. It's just absolutely amazing. Fuel pump driven off the back, which is where you traditionally in a lot of motors see the distributor being driven, but distributor on this is actually up the front. This is a great looking old motor. Great looking hot rod. I absolutely love this. There's something about this build. It's very cool. We got this rowdy bunch of GT3s over here that James was talking about earlier. Absolutely love them. All of these cars are beautiful. This one in particular catches my eye, but also Cherries up here, which is actually not leaving, but all of them beautiful. Shark blue over here. This colour is absolutely wonderful. Great cars, really good. Now let's have a chat about some of our sponsors over here, starting off with Grenadier. The number of times these things come in and people go, "Oh, is that a Land Rover Defender?" No, it is not. It's Grenadier. They are a new manufacturer who took the design cues similar to a Defender and made it into a modern contemporary vehicle. So there's nothing on this vehicle that's actually from generations gone by. And for all intents and purposes, I've not been in one yet, but I do look forward to riding one. They drive and ride really well. They're very well built cars. So powered by BMWs, you can see under the hood there. So great drivetrain, beautiful interior. Grenadier, check them out. Next to us, we've got the guys from iAccident. So if you're in any sort of automotive accident, motoring accident, make sure to give these guys a shout. Next to that, Next Level Auto Protection. These guys are great at paint protection, PPF, all those sort of things. And then Master as well down here, doing a great job. Always great to have these guys at the show. And then finally, today, we have a very special guest, Lynn Heiner Studios. Now Lynn, if you've been to Pebble Beach, if you've been to SEMA, a lot of car shows, I think around the country and actually around the world, Lynn does these amazing. Here's Lynn over here. She's got the most incredible studio here in San Clemente that you can go and check out with a wider range of different vehicles, but just wonderful. BMW, Porsche, obviously, Ferrari over here. Make sure to check out Lynn Heiner Studios. They do, Lynn does incredible work. They've got a beautiful studio, and great to have you here at South OC Cars and Coffee this morning. We have 4 British cars in a row that I want to give you a look at. This first one, regular E-Type Jag. People walk past this and they don't take the time to look under the hood. That is not your traditional inline-6 Jaguar motor there, ladies and gentlemen. That is, in fact, a small block Ford, which I'm sure gives this thing great power, great reliability, but still has that beautiful E-Type Jag design that Enzo Ferrari said was the most beautiful car in the world. Next to it, we come and check this thing out. Absolutely wonderful looking car. The lines on this car, the walnut dashboard, the wood rim steering wheel, everything about these cars is just absolutely wonderful. Just classic lines. This Austin Healey 3000. Next to that, MGB. Great looking car. One of the most iconic British cars. And then next to that, we have another E-Type, but this has that original inline-6 motor, and beautifully done as well. Have a look at this. These engines just look so good. Running triple SU carburetors on there as well. Great car, just very iconic, beautiful lines, beautiful interior. These are absolutely 4 of the best, most iconic British cars. I guess all we need in here now is a Lotus and probably an Aston Martin as well, and we'd have the Holy Grail. Can't walk straight past this, aside from the fact that it would probably take me 10 minutes to walk past it because of its physical size. But how beautiful is this Cadillac? The lines of this era were so defining. Look at those beautiful wings, the tail lights, beautiful hubcaps. The interior in this thing, just wonderful looking interior. Look at this finish on the seats. Just an absolutely magnificent car. I can imagine in its day, anybody that drove this Coupe de Ville out of that dealership would have been feeling like the most special person in the entire world. Over here, look at this magic eye. So this is what detected there was a car coming the opposite direction and would dip the headlights automatically, so you didn't have to do that manually. You know, back in the day, Cadillacs really were considered the equivalent of a Rolls-Royce from the United States, and they had features that were, you know, electric seats back in the 50s, which, you know, didn't come into a lot of other cars until the 90s plus. But you know, you look at Cadillac these days, they make interesting cars, but they're not what they were back in this day. So great to see some of these iconic pieces of American steel. Very clean looking lime green 32 here. Very cool. Yours? Fiberglass bodied? Yeah, it's very clean. A lot of nice things about it. I mean, the wheels are nice. It's got decent brakes on it as well. Very clean, minimalistic interior, but the gauges that match the color as well.
Here we have a late roll-in from the Pininfarina Battista. This is an absolutely crazy electric hypercar. The guys from Faster LLC brought this out. You can see it's full exposed blue carbon fiber. I should have put this next to the 720 when it was here, but nonetheless, it is an absolutely beautiful car. You can see this crazy, it's almost like a flash carbon metallic black insert on the wheels, or the color for the wheel faces. You have crazy carbon on the mirror. I like that it's linear as well. You can see these lines that run down through it, and everything matches up perfectly on all the panels, which has driven me nuts on other manufacturers' cars in the past. But what a beautiful car. So glad this rolled in today.
Discontent, I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
This Celine belongs to one of my best friends, Pete. It's actually Car of the Week winner from a couple of weeks ago. This has something like 6,000 original miles on the clock. And they are original miles. He actually had to replace the original tyres that were on it. Needless to say, they were probably a little hard. Great looking car, so original, like not restored. This is just the way it is. It's the way it came from the factory. Man, if you had this car brand new back in the day, you would have been someone special. And I guess now driving around, given the condition it's in, you're someone special again. So Pete, if you're watching this, you are someone special. You knew that anyway.
I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am just...
Look at this. How many weeks have you been driving this with no bumper? One step at a time. You know what this is like? You know what this is like? This is like you've got a new shirt, but you haven't got your pants yet, so you're going to go out just in your shorts. That's actually...
He has boxers though.
No, I don't think it looks like boxers. I mean, this looks bare naked to me. The cool thing about this, notice the motor that's in this. This is a Hellcat motor, but of course it is not in a Hellcat car because they discovered that all of the parts are interchangeable. So if you have one of these Chrysler 300, yeah, you can actually put a Hellcat running gear into it and get yourself some serious horsepower. And of course, then the sky's the limit what you want to do to it. I mean, heck, you go red eye, you know, whatever you want. So I love the fact that modern cars are so plug and play and like big Lego sets. A lot of the parts are interchangeable because of platforming. So there you go. It's like Legos, exactly, but no instruction kit. You've got to figure it out yourself as you go along. Right, now, next time you come back, please put your pants on, right? We looked at that fiberglass 32 hot rod before. This is obviously a metal 32 5-window coupe. Great looking car. Have a look at the setup on this thing. This one's running a small block. That other one we looked at before was running a flathead. Small block Chev, might I point out. But look at the carbs on it. The Edelbrock manifold with the triple carbs on there. Super clean. Love the powder coating on the headers. It's probably a ceramic coating, but I love the colour of this thing. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Interior is gorgeous, and it's got that retro-looking dash and steering wheel and shifter. That's a very me-looking hot rod. This is so cool. It is so timeless. I think one of the things that makes this look so good also is these classic wheels with that Coca look. They are, in fact, Cocas, the white wall tyre, but just a great era of hot rods. This is done really, really nicely. I love this. So you often hear Tesla's drivers talking about how much horsepower their Tesla has got. Well, the truth has been revealed. It's not in fact horsepower, it is dog power. Look, under the hood where the motor is, one dog. So this car is 1 dog power. Now I guess if you went and bought one of the quick Teslas, you would probably get 2 dog power, or maybe, just thinking about it, maybe there would be a dog for each wheel. So exposed, Tesla, 1 dog power. What do you reckon, eh? So we just looked at the Tesla that was 1 dog power. This is a Honda, which is 1 Cat and 1 VTEC powered car. So this is what we call a hybrid, okay? It's a Cat and a 4-cylinder motor, not like the only dog power over there. So unless maybe you're giving this thing a CAT scan at the moment, trying to figure out what's wrong with it. James and I were about to pack up and I looked over and saw this sitting here. Said, have a look at the crowd around it. This thing is super cool. Just really nicely done. Massive turbo on it. Good fuel regulator in there. Couple of wastegates. Ton of carbon fibre on it. So neat. Really neat. What do you think, James?
He's done a really good job with it, yeah. Like the rays on it.
Wide body kit, R1 Concepts brakes on it, and then interior just stripped back to the bare basics. Carbon fibre through the middle.
Look at the Recaro seats in it.
Yeah, it's stripped back, good harnesses on it, and a massive rear wing on the back. And you know, typically you see a wing like that and go, that wouldn't need it. This thing's obviously set up so well.
And the API, the fuses on the bottom, I mean, they have not spared any expense with this build.
Very cool. Great car. Gauges up in here, AM gauges. Very nice. What a great little car. Isn't this good?
That is it for a very busy weekend here at South OC Cars and Coffee. Hey, please remember, if you're coming to the event, respect our rules, no revving, no speeding, no burnouts. That includes on the property, driving through the streets of San Clemente, and then getting on and off those freeways. I want to say a massive thank you to all the sponsors. We have the Bracketeer Way Marketing, Mazda, Maguire's, iAccent Attorneys, Next Level Auto Protection, 101 Vans, Syria, Ineos, Grenadier, Josh the Auto Buyer, Carbon Tastic, and then Happy Jewelers as well. And then I want to say a massive thank you to all the volunteers for helping us put on this event each and every week. We could not do it without you guys. Remember, if you want to become a volunteer, hit us up on Instagram at South OC Cars and Coffee Merch. So we handle all the volunteer rostering, and then while you're over there, check out some of our new hats, hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves, whatever you guys could possibly want. If you are volunteering at South OC Cars and Coffee, you get to bring your car before we open at 8:30. Ruby's Diner provides a free coffee and donut for everyone helping us out.
Yeah, big thank you to Ruby's for doing that and also feeding the masses. And also a thank you to the outlets of San Clemente. Remember, if you need to do any shopping, go to a restaurant, grab a coffee, whatever, come to the outlets, tell them South OC Cars and Coffee send you. Well, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee.
Thank you, guys.